Hi everybody, this is Bonnie with Bonnie's Creative Place.StampingUp.net, and I am coming to you today with my online class, card number 4, Celebrate Sunflowers with you. If you'd like to order from me, this is my hostess code, CWHG2CVY. It's only good till July 31st, but I'll have another code here come August 1st, so stop back. Alright, so this is the card that we're going to be making, and in your kit you should have gotten all of these supplies in here, plus this little gold piece of paper. And then we got all this stuff. Lots and lots to share and to tell you about. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some flickering. Well, that's what I'm calling it. I'm not 100% sure if that's exactly what it's called, but that's my name that I'm going to call it. And I want to make sure that my original card is out of the way. You want to make sure anything that you're going to stamp on or whatever is kind of out of the way. I have an old towel here that I like to use, and I just put it down. I usually clean up stuff with it or whatever, and I am just going to put this down. Got a little ink on this one. I'll flip it over. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to take the Bumblebee ink like this. We are going to squeeze it. Either squeeze it this way hard or squeeze it like this. If you can't do that, because I know some people with arthritis or elderly people have a hard time squeezing this, that's okay. Just open up your palette and just drop a couple drops of re-inker in here, and it'll work just the same as what we're going to do. Okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take the new water pens, which are the same as our old, well, kind of the same. There's some different, let me find an old one. Here's an old one that we have, which is the same thing as our new ones. You just get more, and you get a couple different sizes and different shapes. So let me show you. One, you get like this painter shape. Oh, where's the camera? One, you get this like painter shape, which is kind of cool. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that one yet, but I have some ideas. I just haven't played with them. Then you will get a larger end one that you will have to do stuff with, and then you get a smaller tip, which is good to have different sizes. It's always good. So so you get 3 of these, and they're all different sizes. They're bigger, they hold more water, so if you don't have a water supply in your craft room, that's kind of cool, so you're not running back and forth and everything. But I'm going to be using the medium size one, or the bigger end like this one. And all I'm going to do is first I'm going to squeeze some water onto my towel here and get the end of this wet, and to make sure that it's clean. If you see any other color coming out of it, you want to make sure that you get that color out of it and it's clean. Now I'm just going to come over here into my little, and I'm going to drop a couple drops of water. I'm going to swirl this around in it a little bit, and then I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to kind of put it on my fingers like this a little bit, and I'm just going to flicker. I'm tapping, what I'm doing is I'm tapping the end of the pen right here, and it's leaving these little specks. I'm going to zoom in to see if you can see them. Oh, that's the wrong way. Let me see. I'll hold it up to the camera. It is so faint, but can you see the little specks it's doing? That's kind of cool. And then I'm going to go back over. I'm going to get some more of the color, and I'm just going to flicker some more. This makes me think of, it's just giving it a background, because I thought when I started putting the card together, I'm like, oh, that is so plain. When I was going to put it, I'm like, it needs something back there. And do this until you are happy with the outcome. I mean, you could flick it here on the top too to get it a little like this, but I flick it from the back, whatever works for you. Now let me bring this up and show you guys. See if you could see it. Is the camera picking it up? See all the little flickers? And that's all I did with that. That's a cool way to get some really cool background effect. But you could see why you'd want your stuff out of the way, or otherwise you're going to get flickering everywhere. So then we're going to I'm going to zoom you guys back out. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to clean our brush. And how I'm doing that is I'm just squeezing the water through till it comes clean. And there you go. The brush is all clean. I could put the tops on them and I'm all done. So that was the first thing we had to do with this little card. This is a pretty nice thick case that it keeps these in, to keep all your pens in one place. So I thought that was pretty, I like it. I was really happy that they updated them. And then if you don't want to leave that bubble of stuff in there, you can take a sponge or cloth or whatever you have, and you can just soak it right up. So it's whatever, and then just throw that away. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to sit this back in the little caddy. I don't think I need it anymore. And then we don't need this. That I can throw away. Okay, so here we are. So now we have our flickering on here. And now we're going to go to some die cutting, actually. Let's do some die cutting. So on the gold piece of foil, you're going to bring it in and you're going to cut these. And you're going to cut 2 of these. You're going to cut 1 of these, 2 of these, and 1 of these, all out of this foil. Okay? I know, sorry for the glare, all of the foil. Then on this piece of paper, I sent a piece of this with you. I've already gone ahead and attached your Bumblebee paper to it. What this is this is a permanent adhesive sheets. Stampin' Up! Does sell these. They just don't say Sizzix on them anymore because Stampin' Up! Stopped doing business with Sizzix. So now it'll just say adhesive sheets. And they only come in 6 by 12 sheets now. Years ago, I mean, I've had these for years. Years ago from Stampin' Up, you used to get them in 12 by 12 sheets, and I still have a bunch of them. And so now they come in 6 by 6 sheets. This is just showing my age, how long ago they had these. So anyways, and you're going to love this because this you're going to cut out with this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to run these through the Big Shot, and then I will come back and explain more. We're going to punch out all these little like leaves in the center of this. We're going to cut all that out. Sometimes these ones you have to help a little because they've, you know, it's a thicker paper. So you just have to help them. Here we go. And we'll get this one. There we go. So we got 1 of those and 2 of these. And let me clean up this little bit of a mess before we go on to this next one. I'll just put it right here in a pile. Okay. And we got our little centerpiece there out of this piece. So we're done with that. The foil sheet you're done with, but you can cut out some more stuff with it. And now we're going to cut out, or we're going to take this out. So how this works is you just peel this off. I probably could have peeled that off. You probably could have peeled that off and you wouldn't even you wouldn't have all these other things. But I gave you extra, so it's a little sticky there. At least it is on mine. So I didn't want that running through my whole machine, so I just left it on. Then you're just going to pop this whole thing out like this. piece there. Okay. So you don't need any of this. If you want, if there's an extra and you want to keep that for something small, go ahead. Okay. Now this here is going to have all these, and they're going to have adhesive on them. So if you want to save these for some reason, you can, but you don't have to. It's just if you want to. So now I'm kind of pulling the little white stuff off the top of this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the back of this. Some might even pop up for you already. It's going to already be sticky. It's going to stay on here, I guess, some of it. So if it does, you can reuse them to cut out one of these, a different color, and then put them in the center. That would be even cool. So if you like to do puzzles, or if you think that's something you might like to do, then save them by all means. That might be a fun thing. So, so one stuck to me, so I'm going to put it back. As long as you keep them where they got to go. And then if you could take your pokey tool and poke out some of these. I poked out some of the bigger ones, but I didn't poke them all. In my original, in the card, I just kind of poked out. There's bigger ones and then there's really tiny ones, and I didn't poke out the tiny ones. And I'm just poking them through. Or you could just leave them alone and leave them in there too. They look cute with that also. And really they're just kind of coming to the back and sticking, but they're poked through. So there we go. So now we're going to get the base card that we have here. This just makes it so you do not have to use all the glue and every little corner is going to stick down for you. So I love it. And then I think I did it right about here. Yeah, like that. And then you're going to stick it down. And every corner is going to stick. Every little place. Now in the middle here where some of them might have stuck in the back, you might want to give it a little more pressure. I mean, I'm okay with this. This looks good. So there's that piece. So now we're going to get the black Memento ink, and out of our Sunflower, Celebrate Sunflower set, we're going to use this stamp again. And we're going to take the Memento black ink, and we're going to stamp this up. Oop, I pushed a little hard there. So when I go to stamp this down, I want to be a little extra careful. Don't really want to push hard, but I don't want to leave anything out. So let me see. Oh, it came out good. Okay. And then we're going to get the colors. And let me see. What blends did I use? I got to look at my notes quick. The blends I used for this one are Just Jade, Daffodil Delight, and the light cinnamon cider. So those are the colors, and I'm going to zoom you in so you can watch me color, and I will probably fast forward this. And now I am going to cut this out on the Big Shot. So what I did was I went ahead and I stuck, well, before I stuck this down, I took the soft suede and a sponge, and I just kind of sponged around the outside of this because I thought it needed a little something. There we go, like that. And then I'm just going to stick that right in the center with some glue or whatever. I'm just going to put some adhesive around it. Just like that, or glue. Just put that right down there. Like that. Then I went ahead and I stuck my leaves down. You could have done the same thing with your leaves as far as the glue, or with the little sticky stuff that we used on this. But this will work. This is another way, if you don't have the sticky stuff, to do this. And I'm just going to give it dabs of glue here and there. Oh, there. I don't know. Did I cut this? Maybe I just twisted it more. Yeah. Okay. And with this being thicker paper, sometimes you have to hold it. Yeah, don't touch it. My hand's got glue on it, so sometimes you have to hold it just a tad bit longer. And then you don't have to worry about that. And then these, I just kind of added a little glue where I felt like it. I didn't put them all over because I didn't really want to have glue everywhere. So I put some on both ends, kind of like that. I stuck this one down right here. And then I just overlapped this one. So again, just put some on each corner, run some down the middle, and right there on the end. And then I just kind of did this with this one. Let's see if we can keep this down there for a second. A little bit of glue right here. Alright. Now this I did pop up on dimensionals, and I put it right there like that. So we will get some dimensionals out. Okay, so it looks like that. Then we're going to take, and I'm going to take on this one, it looks like I used the black on here, so I think I'm going to use the black again. Memento black ink. I'm going to stamp this up. I don't know, I think my flower's got to go up a little bit. I don't want to rip it like I did the last one. And I'm going to stamp this "Let's Celebrate You" on this card. There we go. It just fits. Whew. And then I'm going to get my scissors and we're going to cut around it again. Then decide if you don't like it or not. So this goes right here. I'm going to let it go down towards the bottom because this is going to add to another layer so I don't hide my little, what do you call it, my little silver leaf there. And I'm going to add glue to this. You probably could have just stamped this on here since I did not pop it up, but I don't know. I guess I just wanted to add another little tiny layer there or something down here. Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to flip this over and we're going to add a bunch of Stampin' Dimensionals. And then I'm going to get our base piece here and we're going to pop this up just like so. There we go. Okay, and then we need our little gems here. What we got in here? Let's see. Here they are. So you have an extra pearl, it looks like. And then we have all these. So I put one right here. And these are the in color ones, the little, I don't know what they call them. Enamel dots. So if you can't pick them up, use your finger. If for some reason they seem like they're gonna, use your nails if you have to. And there you go. And that is our last card, everybody. So I hope you bared with me through all of this, and I hope you had fun if you were doing it alone or doing it with a friend. I hope you had a good time. So that is the end of our online class. That's card number 4. So thanks, everybody. Give me the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.